Hello, please like, share, and subscribe the YouTube channel Learning Academy. Today, we will be starting the IELTS writing series. This is the third episode. In this episode, we will begin from where we left. So, in this episode, I am going to show you how to write an introduction paragraph for your IELTS writing task 2. That is the major part of the IELTS writing. Now, for example, the IELTS essay title says, what is the best way to improve health? Is to do regular exercise? To what extent do you agree? Now, well, let's first look at the statement. Now it has given us the choice that is which is the best way. It is a solution. Is a solution to improving health. So our essay is all about improving the health and fitness and their solution. Their best solution is to do the regular exercise. So that is what IELTS have said. That is the statement, and we have to give our opinion. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Now, what does this mean? To what extent? Well, that means how much do you agree? You don't need to agree or disagree. You cannot need to think about it and think, do you agree with all the sentence? Is there something you don't agree? So, do you agree with the most of it? So, this is how you analyze it, right? To what extent means, do you agree completely or do you disagree completely? To what extent? What is the level of your expectancy? What is the level of agreement? For example, like 50% you agree, like 60% you agree, 70% you agree, and the 30% you disagree. So this is the level of extent I'm talking about. Well, let us have a look at what information we need to put in our introduction, because first impression is the last impression. In order to have a good band in IELTS, you need to focus on the introduction. If the examiner is impressed by your introduction, then he will definitely continue to read and give you a high band score. Now, for many academic essays, there are three parts to the introduction. There is the hook, there is a background statement, and there is a thesis statement. Now, let's look at each part of this. The first one, the hook. Now, the hook is a center that has lots of interest in it, so that immediately the reader wants to continue. And we use that in many essays. But do we use it for IELTS essay right here, right now? The answer is no, never ever use that. We don't need it. Let me explain why. Firstly, the examiner is not looking for the interesting ideas. The examiner is not looking for any interesting thing. He is not assessing your interest. He is not assessing that he should be interested to read the essay. He is just there for the checking. Interest is not assessed in your IELTS essay. So, if your introduction is interesting or boring, it makes no difference at all. So, don't focus on the interesting part. Okay, now some students saying that now I have to make the introduction interesting, just like adding some stories or adding proverbs or adding something, it's a fictitious news or episode. It just like, don't make it so much complex that no, the examiner wants some interesting thing. If the introduction is good, then only he will read further. No. Here we are not talking about the interesting thing. Here we are talking about the introduction. So that's all for now. I will see you in the next episode. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel Learning Academy.